create a right triangle in GeoGebra. So you're going to click on this link here. And then you're going to use the information, the triangle, to collect data in a chart like this. So at one point in the triangle, you'll see me relabel the points. So C is the right angle. And then you're going to create a 30, 60, 90 triangle to collect data. And so you'll add in data, for example, here for a 30, 60, 90 triangle, and the C angle will stay 90. And then you're going to collect data from the triangle in GeoGebra. And then we will probably do some other angle measures that we'll decide on in class, like, for example, maybe 25 degrees and 65 degrees. And then we'll talk a little bit more how we're going to use the triangles to learn about trig. So after you click on the link in my website, you're going to create a line by first clicking on the point tool and making 2 points and then making a line go through them. Then go back to the point tool and then go to more and make a perpendicular. And when you hover over each of these tools, it tells you what they are. So we're going to create a perpendicular line from C to the line AB. Then take the point tool and make a point at the intersection. Then put a segment in, and there's a hide tool. That's this right here. So hide the lines and hide this point. And then right click on point C and go to settings. I think I have to pause to figure out how to change the name again. Okay, so I had the hide tool selected, which is the problem. So I'm going to go to the pointer and now right click and select a right click and select settings and give this, I think, A. Let's see what happens. Might have to be caption. Not positive. Let's see what happens if I just have that A. Yeah. And again, I don't need this point because I just am interested in looking at the triangle. And I don't need these lines. So you're removing what you don't need. And then I'm going to change point D with the pointer. Right click on that and make that, go to settings and make that C. And I can close this up. Take the segment tool, make a segment from A to C, another segment from C to B. Get the pointer, move it around, and your triangle should remain a right triangle. Then you're going to add measurements to the angles. So select A, C, and B. And you can take the pointer and move that little measure, and you'll see that it's a 90 degrees. And then repeat the process to get the measure of all three angles. And then get the pointer and play around with your triangle. So the first task I'm going to have you do is create a 30, 60, 90. So you just play around with it until you get one, and then let go. After you do that, get the measuring tool. So here you're going to measure the length of each side. So this little 4.1 would be opposite angle B, so we would call that side B. So then you go to your chart and or side AC, and you write in the length like that, and then go back to your GeoGebra and get length AB, which would be, in my case, 8.2. And then get length BC, which is 7.1. And those are all the measurements you need. That'll be our triangle. I guess we'll call it triangle 1. And then triangle 2, switch your triangle to have a 25-degree angle. And then repeat the process. So for example, my 3 lengths are 3.9, 8.4, and 9.3. So I would just go back to my document and put in 3.9 and then double checking 8.4 is BC. And then AB is 9.3. Let's make triangle 3 obtuse. So, oh, sorry, it's a right triangle. That's not what I meant. Let's make triangle 3 maybe like 15 degrees. And then this could be, oops, sorry about that. I'll have to pause here. Okay, now I have power, so 15 and 75 degrees. And then repeat the process one more time. Then over here, you'll just pick up a calculator and you're going to do some simple division. For example, CB divided by AB would just be 7.1 divided by 8.2. And then you'll put your answer following the rounding directions.